Okay, welcome back. So I'm looking at the external area on my house right now. We got some boxes thrown in here. I'm sorting them into swords and shields. Uh, I'm reluctant to do it, but I think it's something that folks like recently. And I'd like to set it up in a way that's going to be unique. So first I'm sorting them into, again, like I said, swords and shields on these boxes. I don't have many yet. I got a few thrown in here, but not an extensive list. Just whatever was sitting around. I used to have like 400 codes in a text file somewhere, but that's long gone. But that's not the focus of this. I just wanted to show off what I was doing or what I was starting up in my house there. The lower level is going to be for that, and then up in the main area. Inside here, we've got our build already. So I'm going to try and throw final details in here. See if I can make something I'm happy with to the extent where I'm ready to stop this or, just maybe throw in 2 or 3 more things and then let it be. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy down. This is something I've been thinking about looking at this room again and again. This carpet here was taking up quite a bit of the room, and it also was pushing this table up. And what I want to see actually with this table is it being a little bit more central to this space, so it's got a defined space that it's in. And if I look at the edges on it, it was not in the center of that area. Even though that bookshelf is right in the middle, the turtle table was not. So I'm going to keep the turtle table. Let's go up one unit. It's not quite perfect where I wanted to be, and I wanted to pull it down a little bit too. So it's not right in the middle. It needs to be down and in the middle. And then I can position my little turtle chairs. And maybe I'll actually save that carpet for the other space over here. Maybe that's the way that it's going to look better, as if I bring this guy down here. Does that look more inviting? Actually, what's going on here is that the quality of these furniture items, like the artistic style and the level of detail, is much more than these guys. This tiny little diamond patterns on this, it's just not the same. So maybe it's just time to sell that. I don't know. Most of the furniture is to the point where it looks a lot more detailed or a lot more skilled, I suppose. The art level is higher than the old stuff. You can see that difference up here too. That's such a difference between, this where we have 100 little cases and a video game system, and this one's like, hey, I got 12 books. It's the wood grain texture on the top. You can see the waves in the wood and the grain, and here it's like I got some dotted lines, guys. Looks like something made out of plywood. Okay, so I had another solution here too. Something I was looking at for this area, because originally I had that Easter table here, and I'm going to probably throw the Easter table in here, but the problem that I was facing was that it was taking up too much of the hallway. Easter, no, rats, I already pushed the button. So I'm going to take this Easter table. I'd love to get the Easter couch in there. This is probably my favorite furniture item of all. Just the appearance of it is so cool. It looks totally different than every other couch. For this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to off-center it on the below object. I'm going to take it on this side. I'm going to throw it to layer 0. I'm also going to remove this, because it's not looking good. I'm going to take this out as well. And I'm going to move this guy into this room. So this is widening up the hallway so people can walk through if they want to go to the bedroom. And it's also going to leave a little nice little alcove space at the end here. I can throw a potted plant or something in. Oh, I know what I'll put there. There's a little statue I've got. Trophy. Treasure hunt trophy. And put it in the corner. Perfect. Oh, wow. Looks just like something you'd find in somebody's basement. Little spot with all the video games and the random sports trophies. Okay, so I'm looking for chairs. Not that chair. Oh, I'm so excited looking at this and thinking to myself, the thought that came into my head was I'm going to sell that now. There's so much stuff that I want to get rid of. I just have never had the chutzpah to do it. Okay, monster chair, magic chair, New York chair, pot of gold, rainy restaurant. I got a lot of those. I could go there. What else is down here? The meaty unicorn chair. I have one. I should put that in the kitchen and just say nothing. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen to those chairs. Okay, straw chair. I like the sci-fi chair, but it really only can sit with the sci-fi table. You need to have both. Actually, I would really love to have about 30 of the sci-fi chair and make a ship, and then have the ship have the sci-fi chair under the floor, so that when you're walking on the ship, it makes the whole screen lurch up and down. I think that would be real cool, but, you know, I never bought 30 of those, so I could never make that right now. Great. Looks good. Lets you walk up to the top and pass through to this section if you really want to. This is mostly for effect, this corner up here, to give that, you know, that appearance that this is above, and this is kind of like a deeper, lower level. In the bedroom here, we're going for details. Let's throw some plants in. I want a plant on my bookshelf. I want my stack of books in there. I always like to have books. Ooks. Stack of books. There we go. Clear, and what else? We're going to go for the little bonsai. I like seeing that on the nightstand. Oh, I'm freezing up there. There it is there, Bonsai Tree. How did I get 3 of those? I thought I had 2. Interesting. Must have happened when I restored at some point. Okay, and then stack of books is going to go down in the corner. I'm actually going to rotate this 3 times. What happens is this particular item, like a lot of items right now, the stuff that they're popping out now, there's a lot of them that have this effect, where if you rotate them, they actually have a different orientation. It looks completely different. I like the variance in there. Okay, so what I'm doing here, this one was layer 1. I could potentially put this to layer 0, but what will happen is the player will walk on it, and I don't really want the player to walk on the book stack. on the book stack. Yeah. So this one here was layer 0. If I had this at layer 0, it was showing up underneath the book stack. So yeah, quick adjustment to make it look proper. Up here, I'm going to put those plushies that we'd seen in the previous build. When I was doing the Guild House build, I had some plushies that I'd put a tomato plushie. So in this one, I'm going to take the Christmas ones, and I don't know how many of these are there. I have 3 colors. I've seen an orange one and a gold one and a white one, I think. I have a pink one, a green one, and a blue one. I would love to have a full collection because they're just so random. It's like a little fat kitty cat. Looks like it's made out of plastic. It looks like back in the early days of plastic when they were like, hey, we can do all this cool stuff. Nobody stopped to think about it and be like, hey, should we do all this stuff? Should anybody really be making things out of plastic? I was like, it's so cool. Make a cat. All right. Why? Shut up. Make it. Put it on sale. Somebody will buy it. Yeah. And these guys are not perfectly aligned. It's actually a funny thing because they look so perfect, but then actually what's happened is that the artist has used a single pixel to give them a little heart-shaped nose. And because of that single pixel that's the heart-shaped nose, it doesn't allow them to sit evenly. So I could go this way, or I can go on the other side. I think that's fine. You can see what they are. That's cute. Open my sock drawer. Yeah, everything's working properly. Great. In the hallway here, I'm going to put up some paintings or posters. I'm also going to take the opportunity to use that poster box because I like the hominess of it. This poster box is kind of cool. Nexus poster, yep. All of them. Let's do them all. A whole poster wall. I think that's cool. Big ones, small ones, whatever you got. Not the wanted poster. We're going to put that outside later. Okay, now I'm going to take artwork. And this one's really cool. It's super old, but it has that same kind of multiple image effect. So you can see like 4 or 5 little paintings on there. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to try my best to cover this thing up. Green sludge coming in the wall. Then this one here. This guy's like body odor man. This guy's like burrito. One too many burritos. Too much Taco Bell. This one, the position of this is super important. Usually I don't like to throw something up to level 2. This one is going to be out of the range of the player. The player can walk in here. Technically I can go in to that area. But because of the location of that object, it's not going to appear on my head. If it was a layer 2 thing and it was showing up where I would be able to walk underneath, it could potentially go on top of my head, which would be kind of uncool. Wouldn't want to see that. It's a bad design when you have the objects showing up over your head. Okay, so I got one that looks like it's encased in glass. There's this one. Looks like an alien. This one's like little heartsy photos. Heartsy heartsies. Keep that one on this side. This one right in the middle. And the players should be able to interact with that, so I have to test it. can't actually touch it, so it has to go down one. I might be able to get away with a half. No, I just went out 2. Oh, that's the glass one. All this fine detail. Keep it there, see if that interacts. Ah! Just a little bit of lag, it makes such a problem. Yep, even there, half increment doesn't work. Too bad. And I don't really want to keep it on the floorboard there. There's or the baseboard rather. There's this board that goes along the bottom. Yeah, maybe right there. We'll leave it. Forget it. That's fine. It has a thing where it opens up a full screen window. It's pretty cool, but not necessarily wanting to keep that there. So let's continue. I got a baddie killing plaque. I was 49th place in the first season. After that, never touched it. Keep that on this table, or maybe up here. Yeah, keep it up on the top of that shelf. Nobody can see it. Or this one here. I think I like this. That's a better spot for it. And I can keep another little plant up here or something. Okay. Next up here, I want to have some flowers and maybe a plate on that table. Let's look for a random. Oh, wow, that one's pretty cool. Let's keep that. Whatever. Some roses on the table. Now here's a choice. This is layer 0. I keep this up to layer 1 too. If I keep this one layer 1, then I can keep those flowers there. And I can keep the plate on this side. And this one I'm going to leave empty. I'm not going to have any options on it clicked off. Everybody can put whatever they want on there, and then they can also eat it. So I'm not gonna affect the settings for my plate. It's just going to be empty. From there, this is layer 0. Plates are unique in that they show up at the same layer. For some reason, it decides to show up at layer 0, even if it's on top of an object that's also layer 0. I don't know why that's the case, but it is. I think it has to do with the actual food objects being placeable. So something for interaction with the other furniture objects. Money plant, potted plant, snow plant. Not really corner material. What else can we put in there? Oh, I know. Actually, it's just down here. Black cat clock. That's the perfect thing to go in the corner. Right there. And then when you're playing video games on the beanbag chairs, you can see what time it is if you look. Oh, and I need my Super Nintendo up there. Or Super System, I think it's called. I don't know. I don't forget the name of it. So I'm going to whip out my modern coffee table, my other modern coffee table. See if my M0D, no. So I have the modern coffee table. I'm going to place it if it ever turns up. And then I'm going to take the Super. Super console. Play it loud. So back in the 90s, when these were a thing, they had slogans for all of the different game systems. The consoles all had a different slogan. And for the Super Nintendo, which this resembles quite highly, but I assure you it's not actually. Grail. It looks a lot like it. It's not really. So it was Play It Loud. They would have a commercial at the end. Some guy would scream Play It Loud. So I'll keep that right there. And now the test is, can you go up and down this ladder? Yeah, you can. All right. Looks good. Okay, we got our little stools on the table. This is actually asking for a carpet or a rug or something in here. Maybe that's a good place for our red carpet. I gotta stop putting the carpet down. That same carpet is gonna cause me no end of headache. If it doesn't fit here, I'm gonna sell it. Oh, it's close though because there's some old furniture in there. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Looks cozy. Good enough. Okay, so I'm going to put my St. George tea set on this table. Tea. So I have teacup, which is these tiny, tiny little teacups, and a teapot, which is this little stunted teapot. These were on sale at the celebration of St. George's Day. I think it was 2012. I was so broke I couldn't get a sugar bowl. There was like a little sugar bowl and a little cream dish. I had like 600 rupees or something. Or sorry, gralats. And I could buy these, but I couldn't buy the other one. And I was like, oh wow, I got a teacup. I think these were like $20. The teapot was like 800 or something. I grind. I grinded for a teapot. Milk and cookies because cookies, tea, and there's some cream for you. We're in the middle of the desert. How much cream do you want in your tea? There you go. Looking good. I like the size of the table makes that look so comfortable and so nice. It's also a giant book, which is kind of cool. Rip. Okay, I'm going to take that as a sign and wrap this up pretty quick here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelf tops, and I want to throw in the space for the cat condo, which is going to come in here. I've got a little mailbox because my cat's wearing a mail hat. I think I like having a mailbox for Pokey. I think that's kind of cool. And the cat condo is going to probably go on the other side there, so I should move this over. But what else does the cat need down there? A ball. Let's give her something to play with. I have the big bad wolf ball. Candy ball. Let's throw the candy ball. Looks good. think it will ever act with the candy ball, but that's okay. Keep the food dish right there. And then there's a space for the cat condo or the bed or whatever. Okay, next what I'm going to do is the green book. Oh. Book. No. Book. Book chair. That's the one. So this book resembles the Book of Medora from Legend of Zelda Link's Link to the Past. Actually, it wasn't Link's Awakening. And it you find it in a library, and it's up on top of the shelf. And to get it down, you have to bash your head into the wall or the bookshelf, and then the book falls down from the bookshelf, and you can pick it up. And it lets you into a secret location, like the palace, basically, of the second dungeon in the game. So that book looks a lot like the Book of Medora. I'm going for like a light earthy color. There. Goldenrod or dark gold? Let's go for dark goldenrod. It'll still look way too light on there. Yeah, it looks light. Every color looks a lot lighter because there's that lighting effect on there. You can see it's actually the right color here, but then the shading actually makes the other part look brighter or bolder. Looks good about there. Keep it layer 2 for the same reasons. Keep it up 1. Half increment. Sweet. Here, I'm going to do the same thing. Flower. Flower pot 1, flower pot 1, flower pot 2. Well, that one's bushy. Nexus flower pot. Alright, there's like these wild and crazy tulips. I don't know what that one even is supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be like an aloe vera. It's overgrown. Ugly pot. I'm tempted to keep that there, but it looks so bad. You know what? Let's keep it over here. I'm going to keep it at layer 1. This one is layer 0. Oh. And then I'm going to keep those other plushies. So I've got a few. I'm going to keep the octopus plushie up top there. And why not Rudolph as well, just because of what the heck. Reindeers and octopuses can get along. And all you people saying octopi, not octopus, I read an article recently that both are applicable. You can say either. Octopods. Stands for so much more. Okay, so I have a Native American horror coming into my house. The Wendigo. I think that's about it for today. Thank you, Wendigo. And thank you watching. Much appreciated. See you guys next time.